What's up, guys? I'm Alcavian, and I'm excited to announce the game that I've been playing a lot recently, Legacy Steel and Sorcery, is having a Steam-free week starting from October 22nd at 1 p.m. Eastern to the 27th. Right now would be the perfect time to try out the game for free and get your own opinion. But if you want my opinion, I'm addicted to Legacy, to the point that I've quit World of Warcraft and have not gone back. In the past 4 months, I have put over 1,200 hours in this game. So I feel it would be best for me to give you a guide on what to do in this game as a new or returning player for Season 3. But first, what is Legacy Steel and Sorcery? This game is a third-person PvPvE extraction looter RPG with VoIP, where you can fight monsters and other players for resources as a warrior, a hunter, priest, rogue, or mage, with paladin and witch coming out later. While you are clapping the cheeks in the extraction, you'll be able to work towards different cosmetics that are attached to the campaign quest. And if you are competitive and have had many successful raids, you may want to try out the new arena mode and fight for your spot on the top of the leaderboards for other rewards. When you first log into the game, you will have to make a house name and pick a server. Pick any server, as you are able to swap between them and continue with the same character progress. And also, keep in mind, this house name will be the name other players will see for all of your characters. After you have chosen the name of your legacy and server to play on, you'll be brought to the home screen. On the bottom left, you'll see a few tabs you can click on. If you press the tab button on your keyboard, it will pull up the inventory, basically your stash or your bank. This is where you store all of your loot you have successfully extracted from a raid. If you die, you don't lose anything in your bank, but you do lose the stuff that you bring into the raid, such as your armor, your bag, and your potion toolbelt, or the things you have found within the raid. You won't lose anything in your class toolbelt, or anything that you put in your soul pouch, but don't worry about dying when you first start playing the game. You will always start with a set of gray gear and a weapon, no matter how many times you die. And yes, it is indeed possible to kill players who have greens, blues, or even purple gear while you are wearing grays, simply by outplaying them. Back to the home screen, you can click or press the S key to swap between your characters. You'll be able to make 8 characters, but currently there's only 5 classes, so many players will make bank holds for extra space to store loot. Just give them a bag and fill it with loot for extra storage if you find your bank is getting too full. If you click on the how to play, it will teach you all the basics you will need to know, including your basic control for your character and your progression through the game. On the top of the home screen, you can click on the city to see your campaign progress for each trader and also the special deals that they have on each vendor. If you want to access these vendors directly, just press V and that will pull up their inventory for sale. You can also craft specific things tailored to each trader. For example, the Alchemist would allow you to craft different kinds of potions, whereas the Tavern Man will let you craft all kinds of food that you can put into your cooking pot to give you temporary buffs for your extractions. When you click on the Lodge, it will begin with the Research tab. This is where you can upgrade each of your areas in your lodge up to level 3. On the right, it will tell you the materials needed to level up this section of your lodge. Each area in your lodge is used to craft or benefit you in some way. The most important one, I would argue, is the cooking pot. This is where you'll be able to put your crafted food into to generate a buff for the next 2 or more raids. Other important parts of the lodge will be your forge. This is where you put your ore into to craft bars. Loom is where you put your cloth scraps to craft different tiers of cloth materials. The tanner is for your leather scraps. The sawmill is where you put your logs in to craft planks. The crafting bench is used to craft class-specific tools such as spear or horn for warriors or the darts for rogues. And if you're getting low on bank space, focus on the storage chest to unlock an extra bank slot per level up to 3. Next to the city tab, you'll see the quests. The Chronicle is your main quest line. This will guide you through upgrading important parts of your lodge and give you very big rewards the further you get into the quest line. The quest board will offer you easy quests to do for different rewards, but the most important part is the reputation you get for your vendors from each of these quests. The weekly quest is only repeatable once per week, and the campaign quests are the quests that have all the cosmetics and rare lodge upgrades attached to them. These cosmetics will always stay with you, even through wipes. The class-specific campaign quests that reward the weapon skins are locked unless you unlock them through the shop for $6. Okay, so you're ready to join your first raid. Remember, don't worry about the gear. This gray gear is all you need. On the adventure home screen, to the bottom right, you can click your map. Goldbrook is where everyone starts. When in the raid, press your M key to pull up the map. It will show you how much time you have left for this raid, and it will also show you the potential extractions. This is an 80% PvE only map, with the 20% of it being for PvP. This will allow you to learn the basics of your class and farm materials needed for whites or possibly green gear without being harassed by other players until you are ready to step foot into the next map, which is Greenwood Day, and then Greenwood Night, and then Crypts. Let's say you want to practice PvP without worrying about losing your gear. Well, my friend, I strongly, and I do mean strongly, recommend that you spend time in the social hub. This is a PvP safe zone where you don't lose consumables, you don't lose gear, you don't waste your food buff. It's an area where you can spend 1,000 hours in fighting all kinds of skilled players before you ever step foot into the dangerous world of the extraction. When I started playing this game, I kept struggling versus specific classes such as rogues, hunters, and mages. So I spent countless hours in here fighting these individuals and challenging those who are known to be the best of their class. You will lose these fights a lot, but you will learn so much without costing you any resources. This is a PvP priority game, so again, I strongly recommend you practice in the social hub. And don't forget to use your VoIP so you can ask questions and talk to the players in there as well. A couple of tips I can give you when starting out is when you pick a class, check out the armorsmith and the weaponsmith to see what materials you need to farm to craft the gear upgrades needed for your class. Also, make sure you accept all the quests on the quest board. Accept the weekly quest that has you extract from any map, and choose a campaign quest to start. You can only have one campaign quest active at a time. But that was basically it. Check out this video for my best tips for players new and returning. I hope all of this was helpful, and if you stuck around to the end, consider hitting that like and subscribe button, and hit that bell to notify you when I drop another guide. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!